Hello, my loves, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the third chakra. So it's another rainbow talk and a story time, and then we will do a little magic thing in the end. So stay tuned. um, but yeah, so the third chakra is the solar plexus, and this is associated with the color yellow and like solar energy, so the sun. I sometimes feel the energy of like maybe a little bit more like a masculine energy. Like if you see the sun as more like this masculine energy and the moon as more like a feminine energy. That's been the experience for me, but of course these are energies, not gender. But yeah, it's this beautiful, when the solar plexus is balanced, it is this beautiful empowered energy that is coming from love. And I've been tapping into this energy since I started my rainbow journey for a long time, and honestly it's been a difficult journey. I realized that I've had a lot of judgments towards this kind of like, I think I would say power actually. And I think this is I feel like it's a very collective phenomena that we have, and we have sayings like power corrupts and absolute power absolutely corrupts, and we kind of have this very shadowy relationship to power, that it is almost like evil, or it can be used to do evil. And while that is true, I don't disagree with that. I think there's a both and that comes with this power and empowerment. So that's fun to talk about today. And after my contemplations and during and as a result of it, I've come to kind of understand power from two different kind of lenses, or there's kind of like a spectrum for power, as there is for everything, hence the rainbow path, things are not black and white. But we have all the colors and all the nuances when it comes to everything in life. And as I've tapped into this nuance when it comes to power, I've started to really understand the difference in myself and how I act when I'm kind of sourcing my power through fear, whether it is this kind of like almost seeing people be like intimidated by what I do or how I show up, and then kind of like getting a power kick out of that. Or then coming from a place of just really loving myself so much and really seeing myself so fully that I'm able to naturally show up in this kind of like a vibration of I'm here to be me and I'm here to exist, and what you project onto me is not actually mine to deal with. And why I feel like this is so important is also there's a lot of talk about boundaries, which is incredible and so important. And the solar plexus, for me, I really understand that this is a center of like your inner power. So it's also a center of like of boundaries, basically. And I noticed that you can also set boundaries from different energies. You can set boundaries from love, and you can set boundaries from fear, and both. I feel where it's a little cocktail, of fear and love, and that's totally fine. There's no shame and there's no nothing wrong about setting a boundary from fear. But what I have realized and noticed as I've started this journey of prioritizing my energy and prioritizing my time and my resources, and then feeling the need to also set boundaries to those things. And when I have set boundaries, as I'm learning and I'm a human being, from this energy of like assuming that someone won't respect my boundaries, so then already the undercurrent of that has been fear of them crossing my boundaries. I am also energetically bringing that into the conversation, whether I say it or not, when I set a boundary with a person. And maybe I'd like to give an example, so it's not just like high-flying things, but for example, if someone is, let's say, speaking to me in an unkind way, or says something that hurts my feelings repeatedly, and I want to have a conversation with this person of explaining that this affects me negatively and it drains my energy, or it really makes me feel not good. If I come about setting the boundary from an energy of like, I don't like what you're doing, please don't do that to me again. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with saying that, but what I have noticed is when I've set boundaries that way is that I'm met with resistance, and I'm met with their fear and their shame and their guilt, which then often kind of can, or has for me at least, kind of spiraled or made the situation even more, it's created a more of a rift between me and that person, because with this boundary I've kind of like set this wall and shown that person that like, you are not allowed to enter into my field. And do not misunderstand me, sometimes this is needed, and there's no right or wrong way to set boundaries. I'm just talking about the energetics and nuances of setting boundaries here from my personal experience. So yeah, versus when I have actually, like, I have noticed within myself where someone has spoken things that felt like out of alignment for me, or felt like I didn't want to be spoken to that way. Instead, when I confront people and I come from a place of love, of being like, that actually affected me, and I trust you enough to tell you this so that you will not hurt me again unconsciously. And that is a very different energy to set a boundary from. And I've noticed when I have been setting boundaries from this place and being vulnerable actually, and being like, hey, this affected me, I would like to have another way of us relating to each other, it has usually, in my experience, created an even deeper bond with this person. And this kind of like, by setting that boundary, it has actually dissolved the need for that boundary, because what is born out of that conversation is a mutual understanding, is a deepening in the connection with the person, instead of this distancing. Yeah, and that speaks to the power of love. And we hear this and it's a cliche, but love is the most powerful force on earth. It is everything. So I really feel like it is something that we can use to our advantage, the power of love, and to see that within ourselves, and to see how that can also serve us in relationships and conversations, and in how we show up. And I would like to propose, or just plant a little seed in your head of like seeing empowerment as love within yourself. if that brings up some emotions in you, me saying that, maybe that's an invitation to also explore your own relationship with power and how you see it, and can actually power be love? Yeah. That's my story for today, and I would like to finish off with a little spell casting, or EFT, so emotional freedom technique. But this is kind of my own iteration of EFT. I call it the rainbow tap. So it is kind of a practice where you get to embody affirmations and kind of root them or connect them with your chakra system through words and through touching your own body. So if that feels like something you'd like to do, this is a little tapping for feeling empowered. So if you feel like you've maybe lost touch with this part of yourself, or maybe if you have like you notice that maybe the energy around your solar plexus or the relationship you have with your solar plexus is not feeling very aligned right now, that's okay. You can connect to it at any time. It's beautiful to like place your hands there, but also you can use this tap and these affirmations. I'll also post them below in the description, so you can do this whenever you want to, if it feels good for you. So yeah, I'd invite you to just close your eyes for a little bit before we do the tap, and we'll just do a few cycles of breaths together, and then we'll do the tap. All right. Actually, place your hands, not too high up, but place your hands on your solar plexus. So this is like kind of like your core, your center of your belly. And just close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And one more cycle in your own pace, just feeling into this center, the sun center, your core, the source of your power. Then when you're ready, open your eyes and we'll do a little tapping together. So you can just start tapping lightly onto your heart space like this, and then I will say a sentence, and then you just repeat the sentence after me. If you'd like to close your eyes for this and just follow my voice, you can do that. Or if you want to keep watching, you can do that as well. Okay, so let's begin. I am protected by love. I feel empowered. I act out of love. I love myself unconditionally. I speak to connect with love. I see my own power. I understand that I get to choose to yield my power with love. Through love, as love. So mote it be. You can finish the tapping and bring your hands together in front of your heart space and just give thanks to yourself for tapping in these empowering affirmations, for seeing your own power and loving it, for choosing to act out of love and not fear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is a series, so this is the third chakra, and next time we will be doing, well, me and my spirit team, so we will be doing a video on the heart chakra. So if you'd like to see that one, please like this and subscribe, and I'd love to see you in the next video as we walk this rainbow path together. Sending you much love and have a beautiful, empowered day. Mwah!